What did your parents teach you about being in romantic relationships?
I think the first thing that came to me was about feeling safe.
That's good.
Right?
Yeah.
Your partner should make you feel safe.
That's so
I don't
good.
know. That's all I could think of. But
Yeah.
I thought about like feeling safe. Like that. And safe could be anything. Safe could be walking to Target, right? I feel safe that my person is behind me walking to Target. But I'm just saying, like, I think I was raised in a 2-family household. You know, my parents are divorced, but that also can build on like trauma, you know, in a relationship. Like, right. So if I'm dealing with somebody, I'm like, oh, I'm not getting divorced. I need to make sure I'm doing what I need to do to keep this marriage together or relationships together. So I definitely think my parents taught me to love. Like they love on each other. Like even if they're divorced, like they still love on each other because they want to make sure they feel safe, they feel protected, and their kids as well. So I think my parents just taught me. And all my brothers are in relationship. One brother's married, another one's engaged, and I'm not. So it's just like their love is there. So we haven't all been affected by divorce trauma. Could it happen one day? Yes.
Right.
But is it in this moment? No. So I definitely think that my parents definitely taught me to love hard, and that's my problem. I think I love too hard, and it's not reciprocated.
Yeah.
Let me build off of that really quickly because and safety is so important. Like Simone said, like in all different ways. But like I remember going to therapy and talking about breaking up with my longest relationship, most serious relationship, and not even breaking up with him, but like how we were going to work things out. And she made something super clear to me about safety because I'm like, yeah, I want to feel safe in a relationship. We all want to feel safe in our relationship. And it wasn't a physical safety thing that was the issue, where that could have been an issue, but that wasn't an issue at the time. It was a financial safety. Like actually, and not to bring back Ryan's point, because let's never talk. But I didn't feel safe financially.
Yeah.
Like I didn't, and that actually it was a cause. Like you can break up with somebody because you didn't feel safe. You don't feel safe financially with them. Like because it's just like if you're doing things to harm me financially, why would I want to marry you? Why would I want to be with you forever? Like you're literally harming me. That's just like allowing me to get beat up in the streets is allowing me to have a bad credit score because you're messing up the funds. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same difference. So it's just like safety is very important in all different ways. But go ahead, Bree. What did your parents teach you about relationships?
Well, first and foremost, I was raised by a single mom, so I didn't really have that male influence in the household necessarily, but I did have male influences through like close friends and uncles and cousins and stuff like that. So that is where I got the male aspect of how to move when it came to guys when I was dating guys.
Yeah.
But as far as it came to women, my mother really just told me, like, stop being so nice.
Yeah.
Like, you too nice.
Yeah.
These girls, they going to take advantage of you. They going to use you. And I'm just like, Mom, it's okay. Like, I know what I'm doing. Just girl, no, you don't.
Yeah.
You feel me? No, you don't.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's really the only thing she ever really told me was you just got to stop being so nice. You got a big heart. You got to know who to give it to and who not to give it to.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That actually leads right into my next question, because it is, how likely are you to take advice from the people around you regarding dating? And I have this question because Amanda Seales talks about it in on that podcast episode. And the guy asked her, well, do you talk to your homeboys about your relationships, and do you take their advice? And she was like, I talk to them about it, but I don't take their advice.
Right.
They be right, like literally.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, that's a good question, because it's like, for me personally, I'll take advice sometimes. Sometimes I won't. Like, it's just really hard to, like, because you got to discern between who you taking advice from too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's like weird, because it could be weird, because it's like, for my aunt, and I talked about this on a podcast before. My aunt told me when I was a little girl about I was thinking about getting a perm, and she was like, people were telling me not to or to do it. And she was like, look at their hair and then let them, take advice based off their hair.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
What was their outcome?
Right, exactly. And I thought that was good advice, but it's not always, you got to be like, it depends. But because it's like, if somebody's not married, are you not going to take their advice?
Right.
Because that's not fair. Because people are in terrible marriages.
Seen plenty marriages,
that come and go. So it's like,
good advice.
Right. Yeah. So it's like, it's a weird thing. So anyway, how often are you to take advice?
I think it's who the advice is coming from. Like,
Exactly.
I can ask friends for advice, but I'm going to take it or I'm going to leave it. But I really think who it is.
Yeah. Because then you also know what, like, that's a fact. Because you know your friends, and you know what friend will be good for certain advice. Like, you know what I mean? And then you know what to take, you always got to take the meat and leave the bones and everything.